Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be looking at the book cover keyboard for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. Now I got this as a free pre-order gift. I pre-ordered the tablet before it came out, and I've had to wait, I think it's been about a couple of months now, because apparently there was really high demand for the pre-orders, and therefore I had to wait to get it because I submitted the claim pretty last minute, to be honest. And on here somewhere, as you can see here, there is actually a sticker saying that this was a promotional reward and that it's not for resale, so I definitely won't be selling it anyway. It's a promotional item. Bit of a damage to the corner there. Hopefully that's not going to have any issue. It's just going to be the box. Hopefully it's just not going to be any damage to the actual product itself. And just before I go ahead and start unboxing this and we start taking a look at it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it aside for a second and just bring my Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra into view here. Now, for those of you that have been following the channel and that do watch my videos, what you might have seen is the video where when I got the tablet, I had also purchased this protective standing case for the Tab S8 Ultra, and I'll be honest, I haven't actually taken this case off this tablet since I recorded that video. So this case has been on here for the couple of months that I've had the tablet, and the reason why is because it's so functional. It's such a good case. It's got this very nice soft touch back to it. It's got this sort of feel. It's got the sort of textured finish here, so it provides a lot of grip. It's very stable when it's standing up. The kickstand is superb. You can adjust it through many angles, as you can see there, right? I mean, I don't want to compare it to a Surface Pro hinge, but you know, the Surface Pro is so great in that regard. But I mean, you have a look at that, right? That's as far back as it goes, so it doesn't go as low as the Surface Pro does. But when this thing is standing, it's standing at a really good angle, really usable from a writing perspective. When it's laying flat, you're not worrying about the device, and this thing is absolutely rock solid. Yes, it's a little bit heavy, definitely adds a bit of weight to the tablet, but I mean, weight over overall full edge-to-edge protection, what would you go for? I'd go for the protection all day long. You can see there it's got the sort of textured finish going all the way around the sides as well, so when you're holding it like this, you've got a lot of grip. It's got this sort of soft touch rubbery finish to it absolutely everywhere. Nice grippy and protective case. And one main advantage, I suppose, over this is that this has this rubber finish going all the way around the device. So when you've got your kickstand out like this and your tablet is standing up, you're not having to worry about the bottom of the tablet getting scuffed up, because it's not getting scuffed up, right? It's completely protected. And I think that's going to be the problem with the keyboard bookcase, where it does have a sort of hybrid mode on it. So let's put this aside. We'll start opening this up. It does have a hybrid mode, right? And if you have a look at that picture on the box there, it shows that you can use it obviously with the keyboard attachment. It also shows that you can use it in a stand mode without the keyboard attachment. Now the interesting thing to see will be when you're running in stand mode, does the bottom of the device touch the table or not? Because if it does, it could start getting scuffed up, right? May not be the biggest issue, but let's find out. And the main thing is it doesn't have the protection around the edges like this case here does. So from a protection perspective, I don't think you're going to get better than the protective standing case. Again, that is an official case from Samsung for this tablet. Absolutely awesome case. I recently had a link to it added on my YouTube channel for that case, and it was going for about £10, £10.50 on some limited time offer. I was almost tempted to buy a second one and just keep it aside. This also feels like it's got a bit of weight to it. Obviously there's two parts to this. You've got the keyboard, you've got the actual stand on the back, and this is going to be clipping onto the back of the tablet via magnets, so definitely a difference there. This case here is not using magnets. This is clipped on around the edges of the actual device there, as you can see. And we're just going to go ahead and try and remove this first, because I haven't taken this one off at all, right? So I'm going to go ahead and remove it right now. and I don't know how easy. I'm going to take the pen off first from the back. I don't know how easy or difficult it's going to be to remove this, so hopefully I'm not going to go ahead and break anything here. But let's just go ahead and remove this thing. I do have a feeling that this is going to be going back on as quick as it comes off, because I absolutely love this case. Now, as you can see there, I'm having a very hard time taking this off. I really don't know how to get this thing off, other than I'm going to have to start working around the edges. Anyone watching that wonders how to get this case off, what you're about to watch, how difficult this thing actually is to get off. And if you've got any pointers of how to get it off any easier, please do leave them in my comment section for other people and for myself not to have to struggle. So what I've actually done is I've actually pushed my finger through the camera's system here and where the pen goes in to effectively give it a little push, because this tablet is very thin. I've forgotten how thin it is. I don't really want to bend it and end up cracking the screen just trying to get this case off. So what I'm going to do is, I almost do feel like I'm going to break this tablet getting this thing off. So the first part of the video is just me fighting with this, and now I've forgotten how thin this tablet actually is. This thing is just, let's just take a minute to admire this. Look at that. I've still got the stickers on the bottom of it, so I should probably peel those off because they are not doing the tablet any justice. So there we go. It's only taken 2 months, but we've peeled them off. This thing is absolutely just wow. It really is stunning. I've got stickers on the top still. The stickers are still there everywhere. I'll just leave them on. But this thing, wow. Samsung have created an absolutely gorgeous device here. And this here at the bottom, these 3 connectors is probably where the case is going to stick onto this device. 2 little notches there, and these 3 little connectors. Data. There's going to be some magnetism going on here as well. So let's go ahead and see how this all works. There's a pen. Get that pen out of the way. There is the back. Now, the interesting thing here is it's very slim. You can see there, right? Already it's very slim. There's 2 parts to this. So this part here is effectively, I'm guessing it's fully magnetic, and it's going to stick onto the back of that tablet. And then the second part here, as you can see, is effectively the hinge part, right? So there you can see that there, and it's very slim. Now, it's got a very nice satisfying hinge mechanism, pretty much similar to that case. Now, definitely doesn't feel as sturdy, but it doesn't feel flimsy either. It is solid. So let's go ahead and stick the tablet onto there and see how that clips on. And you can see there's a groove there for the pen. That's gone on very strong. That, I must admit, has gone on very strong. But now again, look at this, right? You can use this like this, and it's a lot slimmer and it's a lot slicker. Yes, it is. But the protection is not there. The edges of your device are not being protected with this cover like they were with this cover. Now, for good measure, I'll put them end to end just to hold it there. You can see it's definitely a lot thinner than this case is, but I must admit straight away I prefer this cover so far, just for the protection. And I use a device around, I walk around with it quite a bit. I do use it for a lot of meetings, in and out of work, and while I'm moving around with it, I need peace of mind that this thing is protected, because they're not cheap, right? It's an expensive tablet. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this into place to make sure that it's fully seated, which it is now, with the camera system fully covered. See, it's already getting, it's getting, I want to put something there because I really don't want to damage this tablet. And I'm going to show you the keyboard right there in a minute. It's got a lovely big touchpad on it. So that is, as far as I can see, fully clipped on. And it's seated properly around the camera system, not adding much thickness to it. Now the top part here, as you can see, clips off. And the purpose of that is because the pen that charges there can stay there and the cover can go back onto it. Now that's nice, because this is nicely protecting that pen, right? So that much is a good thing. And I like that. I like the fact that the pen is protected. And this is similar to the old S7 bookcase as well. They had this little notch here in the back, and you could effectively just open the top part of the case there without removing the whole case, get your pen out, and when it's in there, it's safe. And when it's in your bag, nothing's going to knock it, and it's not going to be able to like knock the pen off, and the pen's going to disappear. The nib is protected as well, which is good, so the nib's not going to be breaking off while you're transporting this thing around. And so there you go. That is how it's going to be. When you're writing with this and you're leaning it flat, is that notch a bit of a problem? I don't know. No, maybe not. Yeah, it is actually, because when you're getting onto this corner of the tablet here, there's a bit of a wobble. So again, this case here, the protective stand case, when you lay it flat, it lays pretty much flat, and this little pen holder here doesn't cause you any issues at all. When this thing is down, you're writing on it, and I spent a long time writing and simultaneously in split screen mode, meetings and notepad, I'm writing along, I have no issues. This one's going to get a bit wobbly, isn't it? Yes, it is. But anyway, let's get the keyboard out. Now look at that. This is, I must admit, this feels nice, right? It's got a very nice finish, because it's almost a full-size, and it's not almost, it is a full-size laptop keyboard. You can see the connectors there. You can see the two notches there, so that's going to slot into the bottom of this, and I'm just going to put it on there, and it's probably going to be a very strong magnet, I'm guessing. That's going to just clip it into place, and that's gone straight in. That's surface type stuff going on there, right? Surface, the Dell 2-in-1s, same sort of magnetic system there, and you can see the trackpad there straight away. It's connected. I think this might also be backlit, I don't know, there might be some backlight. Yeah, you can enable some backlight there as well by the looks of it, so definitely is backlit. I can see the backlight there, and I'll see if I can try and show you that as well as I increase the backlight there. You may or may not be able to see that on the camera, but if I hold it a bit closer, maybe, yeah, it's too bright. Maybe if I hold it like that at the angle, you can definitely see it. Or maybe if I hold my hands over it a little bit to try and make you be able to see there. Maybe. You have to take my word for it. There's a backlight there and it's bright. Now, how does it, so when you're standing this up, what you're doing is you're effectively standing it up, you're popping the kickstand out of the back there, right, and that's your device. That is it. So if I just hold it to the side like that, now when you've got the keyboard cover on, yes, it's protected, right? Now let's just see if this magnetically closes and turns the screen off, right? So screen is on, I've closed it. It is staying on there via a magnet, so it's not going to flip open itself, as you can see. Even if I hold it, the keyboard cover is not dropping off. That's quite nice. Now when it's closed like that, you haven't got protection on the edges really, so you've got to be careful when you're throwing this in and out of your bag, right? Depending on how much you care about scratches on the side of your device. I definitely do. Let's just compare that from a thickness perspective. I think actually the protective standing case is probably a tiny bit thinner than the keyboard bookcase, because obviously you've got a nice thick base for the keyboard here, so it doesn't flex too much. So they haven't made it so flimsy, which is a good thing. It's definitely going to protect the screen. There's an advantage. When you've got this, if you're sticking it in your bag, your screen is not protected. With this here, the screen is protected. And it is quite a strong magnet holding it in place. So I've had to give it a little tug there, right, to get that off. And I'm just going to go ahead and unlock this now. And you'll be able to see that there, hopefully, right now. It's asking to update the firmware. A new firmware update is available for the book cover. So that's interesting. Straight away, there's a firmware update available. Let me just show you that for the actual. Oh, that's just come off there. There's a firmware update available for the book cover. So let's go ahead and just clip that back on again. And let's update the firmware for this. Didn't expect that, to be honest, but there we go. It's a device. Which device doesn't have firmware updates these days, I suppose, right? Firmware update's complete, and there we go. And let's get out of here. Now I'm going to go into Dex mode, because that's going to be quite nice from it. You're not going to be able to see this so well, but let's try it anyway, right? Dex Mode. I don't know why it didn't go into Dex Mode itself. Maybe you have to enable that. You've got 3 app shortcut keys here, app 1, app 2, app 3, which is quite nice. Again, this is definitely backlit. And there I am in Dex Mode now with this thing. And now you're getting a sort of desktop experience here, right? If I open up my browser, for example, and if I just start searching for something here, so let's go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube on the browser, why not? Not that I need to, and let's search for something like, what should I search for? In YouTube search, let me search for TK's Tech Corner, Talat Khan's Tech Corner. That's my channel. Let's see if my channel comes up. No, it doesn't. That didn't work very well. But the main thing here is how does it feel when I'm typing? It feels nice. It feels very nice. It feels like a very natural laptop keyboard. It's got very nice travel. The actual response for the keys is nice. I would forget I'm using a tablet here. I feel like I'm using my Dell 2-in-1, which is equally as nice as this, to be honest. But I mean, this has got a bit of a nicer screen. It's a bigger screen, so I use this for ease of use, I suppose. It's easier just to have a few apps to launch rather than navigating through the whole Windows operating system when you don't need it. But the response on this thing is awesome. Now, when you've got it in Dex mode with the keyboard and trackpad this large, does it do gestures? Yes, it does. It supports gestures as well. I don't know. So you can see there, it definitely supports gestures. Nice. Multiple desktops maybe as well. So this is really, really nice. I don't know how else to describe it other than, yeah, it's nice. You can see caps lock, the function locks here as well. I've got the little spots there like normal laptop keyboards do these days. The trackpad, clicky wise, is very, very nice. Again, this is laptop quality here. You're dealing with laptop quality keyboard. Probably, I haven't used the Surface Books, but I'm guessing this compares to, the Samsung Galaxy Book 2. I haven't used it, but I'm guessing this is quite comparable to something like that. The keyboard feels really, really nice. I'm impressed. I really am very, very impressed. If I want to do some document editing on here, let's see if I can open Microsoft Word and just open up a blank document, right? And let's just open up a blank document. Now you can see I'm on Word here, right? And I can just do hello world, and you can see that typing wise this is working really, really well. It's great. This feels great. How are you today? Yep, this feels awesome. It's full UK quality keyboard. It's responsive. I'm using a PC here. I feel like I'm sitting in front of a PC doing some document editing here. That's how it feels. And I don't know now. I mean, I don't know which one to use because this keyboard feels really nice, I must admit. I'm not going to use the keyboard that much. So when this is off, the tablet is effectively sitting, as you can see, straight on the table. There's nothing protecting my tablet on the table there, which is a bit of a downside because I don't want to keep having to pull this thing in and out of the other case, right? Just to be able to put the keyboard on, because I'll probably break it. That clips on very nicely. And when that's closed, look at that. That's really well protected, the screen is, but the edges aren't. So I do keep it in a padded bag, so I guess that's not such a problem. But anyway, there you go. Hopefully this has been useful for you if you're trying to decide whether or not you should be buying. If maybe you didn't get the pre-order offer and you're trying to decide which case you should buy. This is obviously a lot more expensive. This is probably about £150, nearly £200 more than this case here is. This here on the inside is plastic, it's not rubber. Very strong case. It's you know, there's hardly any flex in it. It's very thick, it's very stable, protecting all edges of the device. The screen, no, it's not protecting it. Otherwise it's fully protected. But this is also offering some good protection. The only thing it's not offering is protection on the sides. So maybe this video has helped you to make a decision if that's what you're looking for, on which case you should buy, if that's what you're after. I hope it's served its purpose. I hope it's been worthwhile for you to watch this video. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner to help support my channel. I'll be leaving a link to the product. As an Amazon associate, I do get paid for commission for any purchases made through my Amazon associate links, so I will be leaving a link in the section below. And please, if you are going to buy the case, try and use my link to purchase it. It will help you to support my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.